What's up, YouTube? Today we're reviewing the 2022 GMC Yukon. Huge thank you to Felipe Portillo over at Koons, Tysons, Chevy, Buick, GMC for allowing me to do this review for you guys today. If you're interested in this particular Yukon or any GM product with the exception of Cadillac, I'll have his information on screen as well as in the description box down below. But with that said, let's get into the video. First, let's talk about the exterior and performance. And looking at the front end of this Yukon, the first thing you notice is this big chrome grille, as you can see right here. But there are some black accents inside of that front grille. As you can see, you see the chrome right here, and you got a little black accent at the back. That black accent really makes this part of the chrome grille look black. However, this part of the chrome grille, like I said, is chrome, but it just gives the illusion that it looks black, and I think that it looks very, very good. With this looking like it's black with the chrome, it just really looks like a two-tone front grille, and I think it looks very, very sharp. You got your GMC emblem right up here, followed by your forward-facing camera down here. You also have a chrome trim piece at the bottom of the front bumper, and some more chrome right over here with a black surround around your LED fog lamps down in there. You got a black headlight surround with your LED daytime running lights as well as your LED headlamps. You also have your forward-facing sensors down here as well. This particular red is called Cayenne Red Tint Coat, and it looks very, very good, especially when it's glistening in this beautiful sunlight that we have here today. And that is a $645 paint option. Moving over to here, you see your 20-inch aluminum wheels. However, you can get optional 22-inch gloss black wheels that I think look very, very good. But like I said, these are the 20-inch aluminum wheels wrapped around in your Continental all-season tire. Moving over to here, you got some chrome trim around your GMC emblem on your front fender right there. Got your body colored mirror caps right here with a little bit of black on the bottom. I think those two colors complement each other very, very nicely. Chrome Yukon badging right here, and you've got your chrome body moldings on the bottom of your front and rear doors on both sides. You also have a black running board on both the driver and passenger side as well. Moving over to here, you have your premium smooth ride suspension. That premium suspension is a coil over shock with a stabilizer bar in there as well, and it rides very, very smooth, but we'll get to that in the driving portion of the review. You also have your bright roof rails on the top as well with your red shark fin. That is for your radio. You also have your chrome exterior trim around your windows right here. I think it looks very, very good on this red. You also have your paint match door handles right here as well with a little bit of chrome surrounding them. I think that looks, like I said, just very premium, and it just matches the overall appearance of this vehicle very, very nicely. Moving back here, you have your rear multi-link suspension with coil springs, and like I said, we'll get into that and how that rides when we get into the driving portion of the review. Here's another look at those 20-inch wheels. Opening this up reveals your capless filler neck right down in there. 87 octane is just fine. Closing that. LED tail lamps as well as an LED reverse light in there as well. Take a step back, give you guys a view of what the rear looks like on this Yukon. It's a really, really nice looking vehicle. Big chrome trim piece going across the back of your lift gate with your GMC emblem again at the rear right there. You have your rear facing camera down there as well as your rear facing sensors along the bottom of the rear bumper as well. All you got to do is have your key fob in your pocket, push this button down in here, and your power lift gate opens up just like that to reveal your trunk space back in here. So this is about how much trunk space you have when these seats are up. However, you can fold these seats down by the push of these two buttons right here. Push these two buttons, seats fold down just like that to reveal just that much more storage space in the rear here. And if you want to fold down that second row, all you got to do is push these two buttons twice and those seats will fold down, as you can see right there. Those seats do not fold up power, but the third row does fold up electronically. So push these two buttons again and the third row folds up just like that. And your third row is right where it should be. Pushing this button, power lift gate goes down. You got a little handle there if you want as well. SLT badge Again, Yukon badge right there. You got a little button under here. By pushing this button, it opens up your rear glass. So if you guys are carrying long pieces of wood or something like that and you don't want to have your power lift gate open when you're going down the highway, this is a nice feature to have, because like I said, your power lift gate's not going to be open when you're going down the highway, and that just makes it that much safer. So you can send those pieces of wood or whatever you want to send through here. You got a dog in the back seat, and you want him to have a little bit of air, him or her to have a little bit of air, then you can open this up, and just opens up the interior to just reveal either if you want more storage space, or if you want your dog to be able to breathe or have some fresh air, you can open this up just like that, and it also hides your rear wiper back here as well. But closing that, let's move into performance. So I will open up the door right here. Pop it open, that hood reveals the standard 5.3 liter V8 that makes 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque. You can get the optional 3 liter Duramax that makes 277 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque. I'll put the exact number to upgrade to that 3 liter Duramax on screen right now. But the 5.3 liter V8 goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission to all 4 wheels. This is a 4-wheel drive vehicle, not an all-wheel drive vehicle. However, this thing can go from 0 to 60 in 7.1 seconds. With those numbers in mind, you're able to achieve 14 miles per gallon city and 19 miles per gallon highway. There is no 6.2 liter V8 option available on the SLT. So if you want to get the 6.2 liter V8, you're gonna have to step up to a different trim, because you cannot get it on the SLT. This particular Yukon's max tow capacity is 7,700 pounds. However, if you option one of these vehicles with the max trailering package for $515, the max tow capacity increases to 8,400 pounds. So if you pull trailers, you might want to look into getting that option. But closing the hood right here, we'll move into the interior. Obviously, this is 2022, so this vehicle does have keyless access. So all you got to do is have your key fob in your pocket, push this button right there, and the vehicle opens up just like that. However, one thing I don't think I mentioned, and I think I should mention while we're on the outside of this vehicle in particular does have remote start. So all you got to do is push the lock button once, push this button right here twice, and you'll hear the motor fire up. 5.3 liter V8 sounds very good. And like I said, you do have that power lift gate and that rear glass opener right there as well, but you can open up both of those things from the key fob right here by pushing this button twice or pushing that button twice. So I thought that was something you guys might want to know before we moved into the interior. But like I said, all you got to do, put your key fob in your pocket right here, and come up to the door, push this button once, and that opens up the driver door. However, if you want all 4 doors open, all you got to do is push this button once, and it opens up all 4 doors. So now this door is open, this door is open, and the 2 doors on the passenger side are open as well. Opening this up, one thing I didn't mention while we were on the exterior is this particular vehicle does have a 360-degree view camera. So that is what that camera helps out with right there. You also have blind spot monitoring in your side view mirrors as well. And both of these exterior mirrors are heated, and this one is also auto dimming. So moving into the interior, one thing I wanted to show you guys was this sticker right here on the door. Like I said, the max tow capacity for this particular vehicle is 7,700 pounds, and the max tongue weight for this vehicle is 770 pounds. So if you guys want to look at this little sticker right here, so if you guys are interested in like any Yukon, or you're going to test drive a Yukon and you're wondering about trailering information, luckily GM puts this little trailering information sticker on all their Yukons. So that makes it just that much more helpful to see, okay, which vehicle do I need? Do I need the one that can pull 7,700 pounds, or do I need the one that can pull 8,400 pounds? And all you got to do is look at this sticker right here, and it'll tell you what that vehicle's max trailering capacity is right there on that sticker. But moving to the door panel, you have this nice wood trim right here with a little bit of aluminum trim on the top of that. Some accent colored stitching at the top of the door panel. This is a leather wrapped door panel, and it's really nice, soft feeling leather. Really comfortable padded armrest right here with more of that accent stitching. Some perforated leather right here, and the rest of this door panel is plastic. but it's just a really overall nice feeling and nice looking door panel. It looks very, very premium. You got your aluminum door handle right here with some aluminum trim surrounding the door handle, as well as these unlock and lock buttons. And if you're wondering if your vehicle is locked, push the lock button. You got a little red light right there that tells you the entire vehicle is locked. But let's keep that unlocked so I don't get locked out of it. You got your memory adjustment seats right here. So not only does it memorize your seat, but it also memorizes your steering wheel, and it also memorizes how your outside mirrors are adjusted both on the driver and passenger side. So that's really, really nice. So you don't have to worry about fiddling with your outside mirrors or your steering wheel or your seat. If you guys are more than 2 people driving this at once, one driver can have his or her settings and the other driver can have his or her settings as well. But you got power folding mirrors. All you got to do is push that button and the mirrors fold in both on the driver and passenger side. Push that button again and they both fold out like such. Automatic up and down windows in the front. However, you only have automatic down windows in the rear. So if you want the windows to go up automatically in the rear, they do not on this vehicle. 9-speaker Bose sound system, as you can see right down here, and all the Bose sound systems on all the GM vehicles, in my opinion, all sound very, very good. So I'm a big fan of all the Bose sound systems in these vehicles. But stepping in, I'm going to turn the vehicle off because we are low on gas and I don't want to run out of gas. But I got my Deer Park water bottle right here just to show you guys a little size reference. So you got a little cup holder down in there, and I can set this horizontally down in there just to show you guys how much storage space is down in there. So good sized pocket on the left side, and a nice cup holder here on the right side at the bottom of your door panel here. And you got a nice little bit of storage space down in here as well. So if you want to set your phone, hand sanitizer, whatever you want to put in there, you can do so, but definitely limited in space on the top here, but it's still a decent amount of space. But moving in, looking at the seat, you got nice perforated leather going down the middle of the seat. You got some of this nice accent piping on the sides of the seat. It just makes it look very, very luxurious. And like I said, more of that accent stitching on the sides of the seat with really nice soft feeling and really nice and padded leather as well. So definitely really premium feeling seat. So you don't got to worry about, hey, I'm not getting a Denali, am I still getting a really nice interior? The answer to that is yes. I mean, just take a look at these seats. They're just beautiful, beautiful looking. And like I said, just very premium looking and feeling as well. Power adjustable seat both on the driver and passenger side. However, the passenger side does not have memory seating. So if you're worried about that, yeah, no memory seating on the passenger side. You got your drive mode selector right here. You got your 4-wheel drive settings right over here. Headlight settings, this is to either turn up or turn down the brightness on your gauges right in here, as well as the brightness of the lights, of the backlit lights on these buttons right here. Got your electronic parking brake right in there, and let's step in to the vehicle right now. Look at the leather wrapped dashboard right there with more of that accent stitching, wood trim right here, more of that aluminum trim, and also aluminum trim around your HVAC vent right there. More of that accent stitching right here. You got your perforated leather right here that goes across to the passenger side, and more of that wood trim here that also follows through to the passenger side as well. Just a really, really nice looking and feeling interior in here. But like I said, this does have push button start, so have your foot on the brake, key fob in the pocket or key fob just within the vehicle, push to start just like that. Get your nice little welcome charm, and that reveals your new, for 2022, 12.3 inch customizable digital gauge cluster with also your 10.2 inch touchscreen infotainment screen right here as well. You do have wireless Apple CarPlay as well as wireless Android Auto and a 4G LTE hotspot if that's something you do want to enable on this vehicle. You also have Google Voice Assistant, Google Maps, and Google App Store. So push this button right here. We can go through the little infotainment screen right here. We'll stay in demo mode. This is your trailer light test right here. Going over to here, you have your Bluetooth stuff, so you can see it looks like a little phone. Google Maps right there. This is your media stuff. It's getting a little warm in here, so I'm going to turn the air condition on just like that. Turn the fan down just so you guys can hear me. but definitely leave that on just enough so it's blowing on me. Sirius XM, so you can see all your different media stuff right in here. USB, Bluetooth, stuff like that. Like I said, you get your wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, Google Maps, Google Assistant, Google Play Store. Push this button right here, it reveals your 360-degree view camera right there, as well as your forward-facing camera right there. However, if you're driving through a drive-through and you don't really want to fiddle with this screen and you're like, oh, I'm getting too close to a curb, all you got to do is come over to here, push this 360-degree view camera button, and boom, it pops up just like that. So that's an easy way to get around going through the screen and clicking that camera button when you just have a camera button right here. This is for your forward and rear facing sensors, so you can turn them on or off like that. Lane keep assist right here. Let's keep that on. Traction control on or off right there, and this is to turn on or off your household outlets right there as well. I'm not quite sure what this card thing is, so if you guys know what this card thing is, please leave a comment in the comment section down below, because I'm actually very curious as to what that is, because to be honest, I'm not totally sure. But like I said, you got a power steering wheel right here. It's tilting and telescoping. This particular Yukon does have IntelliBeam, which is an automatic high beam, which is really, really nice at night, so you don't have to fiddle with on and off and on and off and on and off. So I'm definitely a big fan of IntelliBeam. But let's go through this screen right here. Get your display layout, so you can be in classic, which we're in right now. We'll go into progressive. Give it a minute. That's what progressive looks like. Go down one more, we'll go into digital. This is what digital looks like. Go down one more, we'll go into clean, which just brings out your speedometer right here. And if I close that out, that side of the screen will go away here eventually, but let's go back into here, and we'll put it in classic, because I kind of do like classic actually. And I know in my Tahoe video I said I liked clean, but you know, classic looks good too. It looks more like a classic layout like you would find in a vehicle of like 2015, 2020, with just regular analog gauges. So if you're used to analog gauges and you like analog gauges, you're probably gonna want to leave it in classic, but you do have the other options of progressive, digital, and clean. But just a really nice screen. This screen is reminiscent of the C8 Corvette to me. But I just really, really like this screen. You got your fuel gauge down here, coolant temperature right over there, digital RPM gauge, as well as your digital speedometer right over there. But I like your digital readout right here in the middle of the screen, as well as your speed limit sign right there. That's your lane keep stuff right there, as you can see. But yeah, really, really like the new digital screen for 2022. GM really stepped up their game for 2022. It's just a really nice looking interior as compared to what it used to be. But yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of these 2022 Yukons, Tahoes, and Escalades. They just all look very good from the exterior, moving on into the interiors. Just overall really nice looking vehicles from Chevy to Cadillac. But leather wrapped steering wheel, you got your little trim piece right here. I don't really know what to call this, but it is like a honeycomb type trim material. And I don't know if it's gonna come across on the camera, but that's kind of what it looks like, kind of like a honeycomb. Got your GMC emblem right here with your aluminum trim around it. This is your gap adjust right there. So obviously 3 being farthest, 1 being closest. Let's leave it on 3 because that's what it was. Heated steering wheel, cruise control stuff right over here. To talk to your vehicle, you push that button right there. To end a phone call, push that button right there. And to control the screen over in there, you got these buttons right here. Like I said, you have your different drive modes. So you've got tow haul, you got your off-road mode, sport mode, and normal mode. So we'll leave it in normal, and normal leaves it in 2-wheel drive. You can put it in 4-wheel drive auto, but I think 2-wheel drive is the best to leave it in. But that's just my personal opinion. If you guys want to leave it in 4-wheel drive auto, feel free to do so, obviously. This is a push button transmission, so push to go into park, pull to go into reverse, push to go into neutral, and pull to go into drive. Put it back into park, you can upshift or downshift right here, or put the vehicle in low by pushing that button right there, the little L. You got your HVAC vents right here. You got a little storage space right in here to set sunglasses or whatever you want to put, but I think that's definitely a sunglass holder down in there. It's nice and felt lined, so it's definitely won't scratch up your sunglasses, and I appreciate that they actually added a sunglass holder in there. But you can also put whatever you want to. If you want to put extra USB cords in there, you can do that. Feel free to put whatever you want to in there. Get your hazard button right here, volume adjustment, tuning knob right here to go back on a song, to go forward on a song. Push this home button and it brings you to the home button on here, just like that. Push this button, that brings you back on your infotainment screen. You got your climate control settings right here, so you can see as I adjust the temperature, this little screen in here tells me exactly what temperature I'm at. And you can also sync them by pushing the sync button right there, and now they're both on 65, just like that. Heated front seats as well as ventilated front seats. You got your wireless charging pad down here, 12-volt power outlet right here, as well as a USB-A and a USB-C port right here. So you got the option of both, which is really nice. You got your 2 different cup holders right here, and pushing this button right up here reveals your $350 power sliding center console down in there. So if you guys want a little bit more storage space to do whatever you want to, you can do that here with this little slide out, just like that. Slide whatever you don't want people to see, I guess, right in there. Push that, and yeah, you can't put anything in here like this unless this is all the way back. But yeah, like I said, you got that little slide out for, you know, whatever you want to, I guess, hide down in there. But pushing that button, slide it back forward. It slides forward, just like that. But if you don't want to set your phone in the wireless charging pad or in your cup holders, you can also set your phone right here. Like I said, more of that perforated leather, accent stitching, and that's just soft, regular leather right on the right and left side of this center console right here. Push this button, and boom, it reveals your center console down in there. So good amount of storage space. I'll set my water bottle in there for you guys just to show you guys how much storage space is in here. But like I said, you power slide that thing back and you got a little more storage space at the bottom of that as well. But you also have a light right here, so if it's at night, it shines down and shows you exactly what's in there. So that just makes it a little more helpful to see what's going on at night. As you guys might be able to tell, you do have a panoramic sunroof right here, so slide this back just like that. Panoramic sunroof slides back. You got this little wind buffeter right here. It's actually a decently big wind buffeter right here, but to slide that forward again, pull down like that, and it slides back to closed, and it slides back into its closed position. If you just want it to be tilted, you got the tilt option right over here. Push it up just like that, and it's tilted. Pull down, and it's untilted. If you want this shade all the way closed, pull the shade back just like that, and it closes, so to reveal no sunlight. But I do like the sunlight, so let's keep that open. Opening this up, you got your mirror right here with 2 lights on the sides, so that's really nice at night. Closing that, you get your microphone for being on Bluetooth calls. It's also on that side as well. Opening this up, again, you got your mirror with the 2 lights on the sides as well. But opening up this reveals your nice sized glove box down in there. So if you want to set your owner's manual, napkins, straws, whatever you usually put in your glove box, you can do, because it's a good sized glove box. But closing that and moving over to here, there are a few things that I wanted to mention that this vehicle does come optioned with that I think you guys might want to know if you're optioning up your own vehicle, or if you want to come in and buy this vehicle. This vehicle does have the $3,130 SLT premium pack, which comes with a 360-degree view camera, rear pedestrian alert, memory seats with memory mirrors, as well as the memory steering wheel, like I was talking to you guys about the memory seats right when we were moving into the interior. Like I said, you also have the heated outside mirrors that are also power folding. You also have second row heated outboard seats, so this guy is heated as well as this guy is heated. So both those outboard seats are heated, and you also have that power release second and third row seating like I was talking about, and you can also release the seats from right here as well as right here. So we'll push that button right there, push that button right there, and the seats fold down just like that. Push these 2 buttons again and they fold up just like that. Universal garage door opener right here, as well as if you don't want your lights to turn on when you open up the door, you can push that button right there, and every time you open up the vehicle, the lights won't turn on. However, I'm gonna leave the door open, push that button again, and the lights come back on just like that. But closing that, you can also open up your power lift gate from this button right here. So if you wanted to open up 3/4 of the way, you can do that by adjusting it back just one. But if you want it to open up all the way, you have it on max, push that button and the rear lift gate will open up all the way. But it was on 3/4, so let's leave it on 3/4. Some other things that this vehicle does have rain sensing wipers, as well as IntelliBeam, automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist with lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, front pedestrian braking, forward collision alert, as well as rear cross traffic alert, front and rear park assist. So those are just some things that this truck does have that I wanted to add, just so you guys know exactly what you're getting. But let's move into the rear, because there are some cool features that you can get, and just the rear is just very, very comfortable in this vehicle. So let's move into the rear, and I'll show you guys exactly what you can get and what this vehicle does have. So let's move into the rear. Close that front door, open up that rear door. Again, more of that wood trim, accent stitching, nice smooth leather on the top of the door panel. Aluminum trim, wood trim, more of that smooth leather. Aluminum door handle right here. You can lock or unlock the doors from the rear as well. You can also do that on that side as well. Like I said, only automatic down windows. You cannot do automatic up windows. But yeah, more of that perforated leather right here, smooth leather, and that accent stitching. Good amount of storage space. If you want to set your phone down in there, you can do so. And nice little storage space down here for like a Deer Park water bottle or stuff like that. Again, part of your Bose 9-speaker sound system. Just a really nice premium looking speaker right there, and just an overall luxurious looking door panel. But moving in, again, looks just like the front seat, doesn't it? You got that accent color piping right here, again with more of that accent colored stitching on the sides. Perforated leather going down the middle of the seat with some of that smooth leather on the sides of the seat, as you can see right there. I just really like the pattern that's on the seat with the perforated leather, the smooth leather, the accent colored stitching, and the accent colored piping. I think it just looks very, very premium. And you also have a fold down armrest right there for added comfortability, because you also have this really nice padded armrest right here on the door panel as well. Stepping in, nice little grab handle right here. Helps you get in the vehicle, because this thing is not super low to the ground, so it definitely does take a little bit of getting into. You got your LED light right here for the back, HVAC vent, followed by a clip holder right here to hold suits or whatever you want to put in the rear of your vehicle. You also have one of those suit holders right there, and right back there as well. But I'm 5'9", and I've got plenty of headroom. I'm adjusted behind myself, plenty of knee room, and plenty of leg room. So it's just a very, very comfortable ride here in the second row of seats. You got your 2 cup holders right here. If you want to set your phone horizontally right there, you can do so. And if you guys want the optional 12.6-inch screens because you got kids that are annoying on long road trips, or if your kids don't have iPads and you just want them to play with the screens right here, you can connect your Xbox up to the screens, and they are, like I said, a 12.6-inch touchscreen, so that might be something you might want to look into, because that is a pretty cool option. You got your seat back pocket right here, seat back pocket right over here. Let's put this seat up, slide it back just like that, put that open, and again, another armrest right here. Moving over to here, this is a tri-zone climate control vehicle, so you've got your fan adjustment right here, temperature adjustment right here, and like I said, you do have your second row outboard heated seats by pushing this button right here, and you do have 3 levels of adjustability on those heated seats, just like you do in the front. USB-C ports right here, and you also have your household outlet down there as well. I'm not sure if you guys will be able to see it, but you do have that right there. Moving into the third row of seats, still very, very comfortable seats back here, because this does have independent rear suspension now for these 2022 vehicles. I believe that started in 2021. You got an added 10 inches of legroom in the third row, and you can definitely tell if you've been in like an older Yukon or an older Tahoe versus this one that we have here today. Plenty of more legroom. Like I said, 5'9", adjusted behind myself in the driver's seat, and now adjusted behind myself in the third row. Second row seat was very comfortable, and now I'm in the third row seat. Plenty of knee room, plenty of leg room, very, very comfortable. push this button right here and this seat will come down just like that. And I can pull this little tab right here and it makes it that much easier to get out. I'm telling you guys, it takes absolutely no effort in order to put those seats up. You don't have to pull hard on them at all. But pulling that seat back down, and let's try to pull that seat back up. That's a little bit more challenging, but it's still very, very manageable and easy to do. One thing that I would like to see is like have a little padded armrest here in the third row, because this is just a plastic piece right here. So that's definitely something I would have liked to see, especially this being a GMC. Just a nice leather pad would be nice. But it's not a big deal. It's still comfortable and definitely nothing to complain about. However, I would like to see a nice leather padded armrest right there, but definitely not a big deal, but that's definitely something that they could do. You got a little cup holder right here for a Deer Park water bottle. Nothing bigger than a Deer Park water bottle. It will not fit. Smart water bottle, not going to fit. And you got a little bit of storage space right here as well. USB-C port right here. USB-C port right here. And I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a little outer like edge around the USB-C port that looks like it's white. That's because these do light up at night, and they are a dim light, but they make it just that much easier to be able to see where you're going to plug your USB-C port into right there. But this is a 3-seat across right here, so your third row seat belt is right here up in the ceiling. So you just pull that down, click it into right here, and that's your third seat belt for the middle person right here. And same goes for this side. Cup holder, a little bit of storage space in there, armrest, USB-C port. Like I said, suit holder right here, suit holder right here, HVAC vent right here, as well as an HVAC vent right here, and you got your 2 LED lights here in the rear right there. One thing I didn't mention that I want to mention before we move into the driving portion of the review is that the MSRP of this particular GMC Yukon SLT is $67,490. So that's just something I wanted to add into before we got into the driving portion of the review. But now I will see you guys in the driver's seat. And now onto the driving portion of the review. And I've driven this around a little bit. I went to the dealership, then it was super low on gas, so I had to go fill it up. So I've driven it around probably 10 to 12 miles, and you know, I went over speed bumps, some uneven ground and stuff like that, and it rides very, very good. It doesn't have magnetic ride, and it doesn't have the air suspension, and it definitely doesn't have the two in collaboration with each other, which you can get on some of the other Yukons, but it still rides very, very smooth, just like the Tahoe Z71 that I did in the 2 reviews ago. It's just very quiet in here. It's very serene. This also does have the 5.3 liter V8 that makes 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque, and it sounds very, very good. Like yeah, it's not the 6.2, so you don't get that 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque. However, you do get a good sounding V8. Listen. And that's not even getting on it fully, but I'm not sure if you guys could hear that. I'm not sure if the camera picked it up, but just sounds really, really good. And you know, obviously you're not getting the greatest gas mileage. You get 14 miles per gallon city, 19 miles per gallon highway, with 16 miles per gallon combined. But I feel like if you're getting one of these, you can also look at the 3-liter Duramax if you're worried about fuel economy. That gets a little bit better fuel economy. I'll put the exact fuel economy of the 3-liter Duramax right here on screen, but I believe it's in the 20s. I feel like it's like 26 miles per gallon highway, but don't quote me to that. Like I said, I'll have that on screen. But yeah, the Duramax definitely gets better gas mileage than both of the gas motor options. Both of the gas motor options, like I said, being the 5.3 liter V8 and the 6.2 liter V8. However, if you do want to stick to a gas motor, if you're looking at either between the 5.3 and the 6.2, obviously if you're going to be doing more towing and you do want to stick to a gas motor, you don't want to go over to the Duramax diesel, then you're definitely probably going to want to look at the 6.2 liter V8. But if you're going to be doing a lot of towing, you're definitely going to want to get either the 6.2 liter V8 if you want to stick to a gas motor, or you're going to want to get the 3-liter Duramax, because the 3-liter Duramax, while yes, it only has 277 horsepower, it has 460 pound-feet of torque just like the 6.2 liter V8 has 460 pound-feet of torque. So definitely that 3 liter Duramax is not slow by any means. It's actually a very quick feeling motor. But we're gonna do a little acceleration test onto the highway right here. Let me grab my camera and make sure nobody's behind us. We're good. We're gonna do a little 0 to 60. Yes, this is not on level ground, but here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Woo! Throws you back into the seat. So obviously, if you want a faster 0 to 60 time, you're definitely gonna wanna get the 6.2 liter V8. However, that was plenty quick. Like, it definitely threw me back in the seat. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, this motor's not playing around. So if you don't really care about horsepower, you don't really care that much about fuel economy. Obviously, you do care about fuel economy, but you're probably gonna wanna look into the 5.3. If you're worried about fuel economy, you're gonna wanna look at the 3 liter Duramax. But like I said, there's no 6.2 liter V8 option on the SLT. So if you're looking for horsepower, torque, and you just overall want the 6.2 liter V8, you're gonna have to step up to a different trim level than the SLT. So yeah, like I said, you want all the horsepower, you want all the torque, you're gonna wanna get the 6.2. You don't really care about the horsepower, you don't really care about the torque, you don't do too much towing, and you just want the sound of a V8, you're gonna wanna get the 5.3. And if you do really care about fuel economy, but you also do want to tow fairly often, you're definitely gonna wanna look into that 3 liter Duramax. And like I said, this motor's got plenty of oomph to it. So like, this motor is definitely not slow by any means. It doesn't feel like a dog. It's a great motor. So like I said, 5.3 is a great motor. If you're worried about gas mileage, with the SLT, the only other option would be the 3 liter Duramax. But throttle response is fantastic. If you want sharper throttle response, you throw it into sport mode, you got your sharper throttle response. It'll hold the gears for a little bit longer, and it'll also suck down gas definitely more than you would in like regular mode. So yeah, that's just something to note. But I really am a big fan of this new 12-inch display here as my digital gauge cluster. Just awesome. I really like to see how this Yukon and also the Tahoes have this new 12-inch screen. It really brings this car up to what it should be for 2022 standards. Just the interior also feels very, very nice. You got leather wrapped everything. You got that really nice wood trim pieces like I was mentioning. You got your 10.2-inch infotainment screen. It's powered by Google, so you got Google Maps integrated into the screen, which is awesome. I do like Google Maps. However, if you're not a big Google Maps guy and you want to use Waze, like I said, you got Apple CarPlay, you got your Android Auto. So yeah, you could be cruising down the highway at 70, 80 miles an hour super comfortably. These seats are also very, very comfortable. Like I said, you got your blind spot monitoring, you got all those safety features that I mentioned. So yeah, this is just a really, really nice overall vehicle. But if you want a Yukon that has all the features that you want and need, I feel like the SLT is definitely the best value for your money compared to like a Denali or the AT4 or stuff like that. Because this, besides the SLE, is definitely the best value for your money. It's the second cheapest trim level of the Yukon. But like I said, you get that beautiful 12-inch screen, 10.2-inch infotainment system that's touchscreen. You get these beautiful seats with the accent stitching, that perforated leather. You get that heated and ventilated seats in the front. You got those 2 outboard second row heated seats in the rear. So like I said, it's just an overall really nice feeling vehicle. Really like the feeling of that brake pedal there. You don't have to really put your foot that far into the brake in order to get it to start slowing down, which you do find on some of like the other heavier vehicles. Kind of like the Yukon XL, you definitely had to put your foot farther into the brake pedal in order to get it to slow down and stop. That's definitely not the case with this. This thing stops on a dime. And it also just, the way it handles is very minimal body roll. It takes bumps very, very well. And like I said, it's just an overall really nice feeling vehicle, nice riding vehicle, very well insulated from the outside. So yeah, I mean, if you guys are looking at a Yukon and you don't really want to spend the money of a Denali, and you don't go off-roading too much, so you don't want to get the AT4, definitely take a look at the SLT, because like I said, I feel like this is the best value for your money because you have all the features. You got the Bose sound system, like I said, blind spot monitoring, you get the safety features. You don't get that heads-up display screen, but like I said, if you want a heads-up display or you want all the other features, step up to an AT4, step up to a Denali. But yeah, to summarize this vehicle, very comfortable, great ride, definitely more than enough power. So yeah, I'm just definitely a fan of this vehicle. If you guys are looking for a family hauler, you don't want to get the Yukon XL, definitely come out and take a look at this. Like I said, you get that added 10 inches of legroom in that third row thanks to that independent rear suspension for 2021. Like I said, this is a 2022 vehicle, but yeah, you still get that 10 inches of added legroom in that third row. So just an overall really nice feeling vehicle. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please give this video a big thumbs up. Please hit that subscribe button. I'm really gunning for 10,000 subscribers, and I can't do that without your guys' help. And again, for this video, I'm gonna say it again, thank you guys so much for helping me hit 1,000 subscribers. That's been a goal of mine for quite some time, and thanks to you guys, we hit that goal. So like I said, thank you guys so much to the people who are subscribed currently, and thank you guys so much to the people who have subscribed because of today's video. We got plenty more car content coming, more reviews and stuff like that. We're gonna start getting into ride-alongs with people who have like 1,000 horsepower Corvettes and stuff like that. So like I said, we got a lot more coming on this channel. Like I said, if you guys want to rock with me, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.